What is up, everybody? Your friend Coldblooded, my friend Coldblooded, is here to tell you what's been going on these past few days. But don't get too excited because it's been absolutely nothing. I hurt my back like the day I put up my last video, and we can just say it's been no fun at all. I mean, do you know how hard it is to try and play a video game and do well when you're laying down? Because I had to find out, and it sucks, or at least it did for me anyway. I'm so used to sitting up playing, laying down is just not my style. But, I mean, I ended up getting my butt handed to me so much these past few days. It's been absolutely fantastic. I did, however, manage this 30-2 team deathmatch. And I was running Scavenger, Steady Aim Pro, and Marathon Pro because I bought a contract for using Rapid Fire and Steady Aim. So to counter the Rapid Fire, I put Scavenger on, or at least tried, but it worked out pretty well, as you can tell throughout this video. But I normally don't run Rapid Fire, or the AK for that matter, because usually if I run rapid fire, the problem is I run out of ammo too quick. Like I'll go through my magazine too fast, and then I end up having to reload after every kill, which is pretty much what I do anyway. But when you're going up close, you need to try and not do that if it's possible. You know, like there, I shot those guys and then went around the corner to reload because I knew that they'd turn around. I only got one of them, so. But anyway, normally I don't run the 74 because I'm just not very good with it. I know a lot of guys, you know, that's like one of their main guns. They use that or the FAMAS, and I can't use it. I can use the FAMAS, no problem, but 74 is just not a highlight with me. I think I've got like a 1.3 KD with it in this game. I'd have to double check that, but I think it's pretty low. I think it's like a 1.3. So for me to even pull out a 30-2 with this weapon is just it's beyond me. I don't know. It's just one of those things where it was like it was a combination of playing some guys that weren't super fantastic, and I didn't have any lag, which helped. But you know, I guess that's just the way it goes. But anyway, today I did get out of the house for a couple hours during the middle of the day because it was my sister's prom, and so I went out and took pictures with and for my sister. But man, I remember my prom. I mean, it was like 7 years ago. It was a long time ago, so I almost felt kind of out of place. But man, time flies, you know. But on my prom, I wore an all-white tux with white shoes, and everything was white. I mean, it was just all white. And then to offset it, I bought this purple zebra-striped pimp hat. I mean, it was unreal. The bill on that thing had to have like stuck at least a foot off the front and back of my head. And I had this feather that stuck off the side hardcore. It reminded me of like Stevie Ray Vaughan. If you ever look him up or something, you'll see a huge feather sticking out of that guy's hat. But man, it was so stupid. And then my good buddies back in high school, they went to PCDC and got their tuxes. And PCDC is basically like a worse version of Salvation Army for everyone that doesn't know. I mean, these tuxes, they were more like sports coats than actual like tux, you know, but they looked like they came straight out of the 70s, like that 70s show just exploded in real life. But they looked worse than the jackets that the guys get for winning the Masters in golf. I mean, these things were absolutely hideous. It was so bad that it looked like somebody had robbed some graves and took the clothes to PCDC just to be charitable. And they smelled just as bad. Oh man, good old days. This is the kind of stupid stuff we did. Well, if you're not new to this channel, you've already heard my running around town in a Speedo, a woman's Speedo, so you guys can pretty much figure it out that I don't have too many inhibitions. But so anyway, back to what I've been having to do. You know, basically I've just been laying down on a heating pad and playing video games, or at least trying to. And I got 2 games, 2 new ones. I got Homefont and Need for Speed Shift 2. And whenever I saw Homefront being played for the first time, you know, I really wasn't excited. Like the video footage before the game came out, you know, of just a sneak peek on it and stuff. I wasn't really excited because the graphics weren't really all that great, and I do like to play a good-looking game. You know, I don't want to play something that just doesn't look very good. But you know, I understand that it's 32-player multiplayer, so they kind of toned down on the graphics, you know, to counter the so many people being in, and that makes sense. I kind of really wish that Call of Duty, you know, Black Ops would kind of do that a little bit, because man, it's getting worse every day. It's getting worse. It's like it's just becoming lag ops. But I have been playing Homefront, and I'm not really that big of a fan of it. It reminds me a lot of Battlefield. You know, it's basically the same kind of deal. You can tweak your people like in Call of Duty, but for the most part, you're spawning in a predetermined location. You don't get to choose. You know, if you move up, you don't get to choose to spawn further up. You still spawn just wherever they want you to spawn, and it's not my style of game. If I wanted to play it, I'd rather just go play Battlefield. And then the other game was Need for Speed Shift 2, which is an absolute amazing game. I think the only real flaw is that it seems like it's more fit for a racing wheel. It takes supreme use of smoothness in steering and in throttle, and it's such a big impact, especially on drifting. It makes it to where using a controller is kind of difficult, because you can't be that smooth with your inputs. But anyway, that's all the time I got for today, so I guess I'll catch you guys on the flip side.
I'm sorry.